Emma and John, a young couple deeply in love, decided to make a fresh start by renting an old detached house in a small town nestled on the edge of the forest. The house seemed deserted for years and was known among the townsfolk as the haunted house. At first, Emma and John were quite pleased with their new home. However, strange occurrences began to unfold. They would hear odd noises at night, doors would open and close on their own. While Emma tried to rationalize these events, John couldn't shake the feeling that the house was truly cursed. One night, Emma and John decided to have a romantic evening by lighting a fire in the backyard. But as they sat around the fire, a shadow emerged from between the trees. Both of them froze in fear. Slowly advancing through the shadows was a figure that seemed almost inhuman, like a black specter. Terrified, Emma and John rushed back into the house. However, upon entering, they found the doors had closed shut, locking them out. They felt as if something was watching them from within the house. It was a night filled with fear. The next morning, the townsfolk claimed to have heard strange noises and seen lights emanating from the house. It was a night filled with fear. The next morning, the townsfolk claimed to have heard strange noises and seen lights emanating from the house, but they couldn't find the path leading to the house's backyard. Emma and John never spoke of the terrifying night to anyone. Emma and John couldn't forget that terrifying night. The dark shadow in the backyard had deeply shaken their souls. Now, it was impossible to forget that dark night. However, as things became even more complicated, the chain of suspenseful events deepened further. A few days later, Emma and John began to see the shadows of strange figures inside their house. Dark entities creeping on the walls, whispers coming from behind curtains. There was always something reminding them of that dark night. While Emma searched for an explanation behind these strange occurrences, John became increasingly paranoid. He felt danger lurking in every corner of the house. One night, even while asleep, he felt as though he were being suffocated by a dark presence. He woke up screaming in fear, waking Emma and T. The house now seemed like a living hell. Walls seemed to have ears, and something hidden among the shadows. Emma and John decided to pursue this dark entity. However, as their investigations unveiled the dark secrets of the house's past, they realized that things were not as they seemed. They learned that the house had once been the residence of a family involved in ghostly tales. Previous inhabitants had engaged in dark rituals and ominous ceremonies, and now those ancient dark spirits were coming alive once again in Emma and John's home. In the end, Emma and John decided to abandon their home to deal with these dark entities. However, the curse of the house followed them with every step they took. They felt a breath coming from within the shadows. Would the curse of this dark house follow them forever?